Wow, this is crazy. We're back we're back in the podcasting studio, as it's known. Colloquial.
All separately are many studios coming together. Yeah, colloquially. Yeah?
I can't say that word.
Yeah, you did it. You got it.
Okay.
You nailed it.
Colloquially.
Cool.
But I think we're all anxiously awaiting the arrival of Kimberly Bertrand. This is a big deal. Have y'all heard about this? Have you seen this?
Have you heard about Kim Bertrand? Have you seen Kim Bertrand?
Who is that again? Is that her?
Guys.
Hey, Kim.
What's up?
We're so glad to have you here. This is amazing.
Thanks.
Did you dye your hair?
How is everybody? Yeah, I grew it out a little bit. You guys look great, man. What are you doing different? My God,
I'm
you look
pregnant.
like a different
I'm glowing.
person.
Yeah.
I'm also fatter.
Wow.
You like
Justine, how are you?
I'm good. I'm still reeling over the loss of my audience and my platform, but we will rebuild.
Mm-hmm. Bigger, better.
Really sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I have a whole monologue we'll do later about this.
Okay.
But how are you doing your makeup differently? Maybe.
I got my eyebrows threaded.
Oh, cute.
That's maybe what you're seeing.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy how much eyebrows can like change the face. You know,
I tell everybody if you want to dramatically alter your appearance, just cut your eyebrows. You know.
Just cut them like with scissors.
It really changes the whole jaw structure and facial structure, everything. Really, it's pretty impressive.
Completely different. I feel like a new woman.
It's really unsettling.
Kim, I'm worried. Is somebody over your shoulder? Is that the mysterious Joshua that we've been hearing about?
What? I don't see anyone over this
fair
shoulder
enough. Yeah,
here.
you're right. It must have just been a shadow or something.
Probably a shadow.
It's weird. It's like the audio is slightly desynced with your video. I don't know.
I'm in Japan right now. All the audio is like that.
All the audio in Japan is like that. Okay.
Yeah, you ever watch a Japanese
Yeah.
anything that it's not synced correctly? I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Probably the difference between PAL and NSTC. Just something super technical.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the way the signal gets, distributed over
like 25 frames a second, 30 frames a second. Who knows? It's all nerd shit.
I mean, if I'm squinting...
I don't want to bore the listeners with any of that stuff.
Right.
Well, welcome everyone to the 34th episode of the Succ.
34.
Stacked lineup here of hosts. This is amazing. How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. It's beautiful. I'm recording in North Carolina at my dad's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
How is the mug collection down there?
The mug collection?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have the Jersey mug?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. There's quite a collection of mugs. I forgot about that. I'm so used to it. It's like, Stockholm Syndrome with the mugs. Yeah, no, he's got a couple more, too.
I felt very gaslit for a second. I'm like, no, you've mentioned the mugs. They exist. They're real. Come on.
Do I have one here? Oh, okay, here we go. I have a classic here. This is a real classic.
Okay.
Keep calm and carry on.
Oh, wow. The original.
You may remember. You may remember. When was that popular?
I never forget.
Like 2011.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Anyway, we're holding on to the dream here.
2011 really feels like the year that didn't exist. I can pinpoint things about 2010, about 2012. 2011 is just a fleeting fever dream.
I think you can make a pretty good case that it never existed in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything that happened in 2011 either.
Yeah, didn't the world end in 2012? It just skipped from 2010 right to 2012.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Seems about right. Guys, I have something right away to get into if you want.
Sure.
So this is weird, but my uncle got turf bangs.
Oh wow!
Oh,
You guys know the
like baby bangs.
Naturally, yeah.
Right.
I was thinking about getting those, but yeah.
Seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the worst day to
just
get turf bangs to me.
I know. Here we go. It's a Thursday. Everyone knows Thursdays are bad for turf bangs. So I don't really know what to do. He just posted on Instagram. He's got a new haircut. He's got new bangs, and
Now, so
have any of your uncles ever gotten turf bangs? I guess I just wanted to open the floor up.
I think my uncle always has had turf bangs. Probably always.
Neither of my uncles have hair. But Kim,
that doesn't mean you can't do the turf bang, though.
You can draw them on,
like mascara.
You just hang them from your forehead.
like when people shave their eyebrows, you can kind of redraw them with.
But Kim, I have a couple questions. So, what type of uncle do you have? Because like there's like subsets of uncle. There's like
that's true.
Right, you got your Jeffs and
your Jeffs, your Gregs, your Pauls. Like what?
Chucks.
Chucks.
There's Uncle Chucks. I literally have an Uncle Greg. He is exactly what you'd imagine out of an Uncle Greg.
Yeah.
This uncle, he's an Uncle Tom. I'm not making that up. He's an actual Uncle Tom. I mean, he's my personal Uncle Tom. He's got turf bangs. So.
So that's the T in turf is for Tom in this situation.
That T stands for Tom. Yeah, Tom exclusionary radical feminist.
Yeah.
That's my uncle.
Or Tom exclusive radical feminism because it's exclusive to Tom. It's his version.
He's saying he's not a feminist, but it's a really long way of saying it.
Yeah.
Tom exclusionary radical. He's saying he's not that. It's the way the guy's mind works. I mean,
and he's done like I imagine so like due to this lore that I'm kind of building up in my head here, he's got infographics about this on his Instagram, like explaining Tom exclusion.
It's a really in-depth thing. I wouldn't just bring it up to you guys and my uncle just like got a bad haircut. I mean, that's not worthy of putting on a podcast. But he's got basically those like boards when people do investigations, they're trying to find serial killers. Like there's like yarn
it's like up on the wall.
Exactly. You go into his house, it's just posters upon posters. Basically just explaining this acronym that he came up with so everyone knows.
That sounds like a middle manager right there, I think.
It does, yeah.
Well,
a lot of posters, a lot of acronyms, a lot of...
That's true. He is always talking about synergizing.
Yeah. me and Phil had a little bit of back and forth about middle managers this week and how middle management is not a real job that exists. You are paid to kind of shuffle around with like documents or a clipboard and just make other people's actual jobs more annoying for like a salary that you don't deserve. And it's just, I think we need to, instead of trying to focus efforts in offices on like getting back to the office and, synergy or whatever, we need to be focusing, making PowerPoints and unnecessary emails about how we can put middle managers to like work, to like actually give them something to do. My idea was to make them rat catchers like they had medieval cats doing. Just set them loose about the office.
Now we're talking.
You're imagining just a bunch of like kind of middling white guys, I imagine kind of balding, just kind of wandering around an office, pouncing on prey. Occasionally,
would you guys
it's
work
Louis C.K. style? Yeah, just pouncing on vulnerable.
You leave a little saucer out for him. What do you put in that saucer? That's my question.
Does he still get paid?
What do you feed a middle manager?
Nescafe. That's what you put in the saucer.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah.
Do you guys like work in rat-infested offices that you need cat men to...
The thing is,
and every office has rats.
Are they dressed in like cat outfits? Are they hot?
I've never worked in a rat-infested office, but the thing is, we're trying to take up middle managers' time so they spend less time making our jobs more annoying. Okay, so you just sort of set them loose, almost a wild goose chase, but this is quite literally a wild rat chase.
Okay.
I will say there are a lot of rats where I work. They sing, they dance, they play like banjos and stuff.
I don't live in a
work at a Chuck E.
filthy.
Cheese?
I don't live in a filthy.
I didn't want to say
liberal,
where it was, but you're close. I'll say you're close. It's a rat-themed pizza restaurant. So think about it.
I do like the idea of having the middle managers in little cat outfits running around
Oh, yeah.
the office, just looking real sultry and minx
like
like.
kind of Halle Berry, Zoe Kravitz,
Yeah,
like in the
Zoe
full outfit.
Kravitz.
Yeah,
Dudes.
Catboy middle managers.
Yeah,
yes.
Catboy middle
Now
managers,
we're
yeah.
talking. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind 7 Teams messages a day if they were just like meow, mommy. Like that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
But when it's like, hey, I see you've been on lunch for 31 minutes instead of 30. What's going on? Can I do anything to help? That's where I draw the line.
Wow.
Meow or get off my Teams messenger.
Demanding meows now.
Yes.
I found middle management is really good for making decks. They're always talking about making decks, and then maybe if we can make them make decks about rats or something like that, we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They just spend all their day. I want you to look at my new deck that I made about the rats that I caught today. Actually,
Now, when you say decks, do you mean they're making like decks in their front yard, their backyard?
Yeah.
What kind of decks?
Yeah, middle managers are notoriously building front porches.
I thought you meant like tech decks. Like,
oh no, that would be much better.
That
would be way tighter.
That'd be kind of sick if they were just like were finger skateboarding all day. I would be
come up to your desk and just like
Catboy middle managers who catch rats, and they make tech decks the cool tech decks that you can use in the office.
Yeah.
They show you a new trick every day.
Now we have an employee that's worthy of their salary.
Okay. All right.
I agree with. I'd
pay someone $100K a year to, do those things.
Just
I can't
their little
afford you
board
on my
across my desk.
salary, but yeah.
We aspire to pay somebody with our Succ money.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a good startup right there. Is you just have a guy that just grinds little tech decks all day for $100,000 a year. Yeah, that's a little too familiar.
Is that how you make tech decks? You like grind them on like a like when you're making a sword or a weapon? Is it like
like a whetstone? Yeah,
you kind of have to forge a tech deck, right?
Really? Wow.
True tech decks are forged.
Molded.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not made. They're forged.
They say a real finger skater forges his own tech deck.
Yeah.
There's a spiritual connection.
Every real finger skater has a miniature smithy in their home for that purpose.
Goddamn right.
Absolutely.
So this is my first episode back. Well, not my first one back. I did do another one, but I had the flu and it doesn't count. So this is my first episode back in a while, and I just had a couple quick things that I feel like needed to be addressed off the bat. First of all, so I think it was last week you guys were talking about a post that Netflix put up from like Jeff Foxworthy that was like, back in my day, if you wanted a trophy, you had to get first place. And everyone was kind of like, oh, why are you guys posting this? It's very stupid. And they took it as sort of like a boomer, like, oh, no participation trophies kind of thing. Mm. I just wanted to point out that it was being shared around as a dig at that 17th place loser-ass swimmer who was mad about a trans woman coming in first. That was the whole reason. And like, I'm not going to shill for Netflix. I still think they suck as a company. But that specifically was not one of their many, many misdeeds. It was a very... I mean, I guess I can't say it was particularly successful since everyone was just like,
is
Netflix,
Jeff
what the fuck are you
Foxworthy a trans ally? Is this the story
No,
that we missed here?
Is Jeff Foxworthy trans?
I hope so. That's what I've been saying.
He was telling a boomer joke. But
huge egg vibes from Jeff
Big egg vibes from
Big egg vibes.
If you like to wear your sister's dresses, you might be a transsexual.
I do think that's the word he would use too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so my next thing I wanted to, everyone else got a chance to weigh in on our bad review. I mostly agree with it. Like, obviously, yeah, it's called the Succ. I'm not too worried about dust and balls. However, I wanted to point out just one aspect of it, where he said, like, you can hear the same crap from any table at any coffee shop in any city. Why are you spending your time listening in on conversations at coffee shops in cities to be like, yes, this follows the pattern? Like, why do you have that level of knowledge about?
Because his name is Dustin Balls. The minute he goes to introduce himself, people say, "What? Get away from me! I don't want to be anywhere near your dusty balls." And so he can never make friends.
That's his social interaction is eavesdropping.
Yeah, he can listen to podcasts and he can listen to people in coffee shops, and that's it.
And so my only other critique is I just wanted to point out I cannot imagine a less pussy-getting behavior than leaving negative reviews of podcasts. Like, and that's objective. I don't care if it's a podcast I hate, a podcast I love.
Yeah.
Like, taking the time to type out a paragraph of negative review on a podcast is the least pussy-getting shit I've ever.
I mean, honestly, it also implies that you listen to podcasts, which is incredibly not pussy-getting behavior.
No, not only do you listen to them, people you know and love might listen to a podcast, but to care enough about them to rate them.
Yeah, how dare you care about them?
Unless you're rating the Succ 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Which you should do. Everybody who's listening should do that.
Chad behavior.
Yeah.
The only podcast I've ever rated in my life was my boyfriend's podcast because I'm a good person.
You're a really good
person. That
is
is really nice of you.
Yeah.
True romance right there.
Thank you. But I just can't imagine listening to a podcast and it eliciting such a response in me where I'm like, I have to let the world know. I just can't.
I think that's a really good point
like,
about
Dustin,
all bad
get
reviews.
some bitches. That's all I got to say. Get some bitches, Dustin.
He'll never get bitches with those dusty balls. I keep saying.
Hey, there might be dust on the balls, but doesn't mean there's not lightning in the jar. How's that go? I forgot.
Oh yeah, that old classic Alabama saying. You know, there might be dust on the balls, but there's lightning in the jar.
That's how it goes, right?
It's so bad. Yeah, you know that.
I love bad reviews for the same reason you're describing, though, Justine, is that you could get someone so bothered they'd not even have a Yelp account or a Google or anything, and they make
one.
They sign up for some service to tell people how much they hate you. I think.
Yeah.
Someone got mad at my podcast for, quote, making fun of Christians, unquote, which I know for a fact is pretty far into the podcast. So they got really far and then found that I was making fun of Christians and decided at that point that would be a good time to leave a bad review.
Mm-hmm.
So my last thing that I needed to address since I've been gone is, and I've alluded to it earlier, is my horrible, disgusting treatment at the hands of Twitter's CEO and founder, Jack. I've been unfairly targeted. I've been discriminated against as a bisexual Latina with mental health issues.
Amen, sister.
I've been silenced and censored, and I won't stand for it. My Twitter account at Kielbasa Garage has been permanently suspended.
You couldn't get it overturned?
I could not. I did the appeal, and apparently the phrase "I'm going to kill you with a gun" is considered a violent threat that they
horseshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Well, you didn't say that, though, is the problem. We don't know.
I did say I'm going to K*LLU with a
that could be anything.
A G asterisk
with a gin.
That
you were making
anything.
a nice cocktail,
that is the thing.
I
was telling my close personal friend Bev that I was going to call her with a gin because she stole a photo of my sandwich and tried to pass it off as her own.
Exactly.
As one does.
A common thing people do.
Everyone
all the time.
I'm doing this all the time. I texted my family that earlier today.
You're gonna call them with a gin, obviously.
I called my friends with a gin. Right now, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Everyone, keep this going.
You're
someone with a gin real quick. Y'all are killing it. You don't need me.
In the face of this horrendous oppression and injustice, we will rebuild. So I am back on Twitter. I have to pay $11 a month right now for a VPN because if I don't, it's from the same IP address on my phone. My new account will get suspended.
Oh my
God! I imagine this wasn't your first violation, right?
This is more than Twitter Blue.
It was my first violation, unless you count the time that I told Kelsey Grammer to kill himself so many times that I got suspended. For like a week.
Which we don't.
I don't think that counts. No,
it's Kelsey
Grammer.
Right.
I want some salad and tossed eggs or whatever.
What is the story behind that? I have to understand.
I don't remember.
Egg salad.
You just blackout drunk.
I was drinking a lot at the time. Yeah, I don't. It was really important to me that at least once a day I did go on Twitter and tell Kelsey Grammer to kill himself. I could not give you more information than that.
He's a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, he sucks. Yeah. But anyway, so I am back on Twitter at the price of my dignity and $11.99 a month at Punished Garage. I have to give it up to my loyal friends and wives and mutuals on Twitter. I got back to like over 1,000 really, really quickly. Now let's do that 6 more times and get me back to a captive audience of 7,000 people every day so that I can show them all my little pictures of my meals and tweet shit like
we want it.
Hot girls shouldn't have to go to work twice a week and get like 60,000 likes on those posts. We need to get me back where I belong.
I'm calling on Justine's followers right now. Help Justine out. Stand in solidarity with Justine. And delete your account to symbolically show your support.
Delete your account and make 2 new accounts and follow me on both of them.
Hashtag delete your account and make 2 new accounts and follow Justine on both of them. Never forget.
That's the full hashtag. But yeah, so I just that's everything that I had weighing really heavy on my heart before I came today. And I think now I'm ready to progress with the rest of the show however you guys wish. If someone else wants to take the lead, thank you for giving me this time and this platform.
You always have a platform here, Justine.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
That was like a Kielbasa Garage starring moment. I was going to say Kielbasa Cabal. I forgot about that segment.
I need to get some more theories.
We got to get back to that. Yeah,
I'll find some more
theories that we haven't? Okay.
Let's see. What do I get? If I can
Can I ask, what is this anti-woke film festival? Does anybody know about this? Have you heard about this?
So the Anti-Woke Film Festival is a thing that was put together by Peter Thiel, of all people, which I think is really fun. Yeah, Peter Thiel. And he basically created, it's a little bit more than a film festival. It had like, it had the Red Scare girls interviewing fucking John Waters, of all people.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I will say I haven't like watched any of the interviews. I haven't seen any of like the actual content, just heard vague descriptions. But yeah, it was like the description of this has like incredibly weird vibes. The actual name of it is the New People's Cinnamon Club, NPCC. And it's weird. Like one of the people who like helped like found it and create a lot of the things is I don't remember their name. Trevor Bazile. And they are like a like black queer leftist filmmaker, and for some reason is working with Peter Thiel, the like right-wing like VC billionaire and like political donor and lobbyist.
Like, that person could be like me. Like I thought the bad person was named Peter Thiel. I didn't realize that it's how it's pronounced. So you could have thought it was a different Peter.
I think it's Thiel.
So, I'm just saying, if that person has it in their head that the bad person is Peter Thiel comes along, and you're like, oh, so shit,
they're just bamboozled,
yeah, he's.
And it was a big bamboozle.
But so the description that's given of it on BuzzFeed News, my favorite news source of all time, is a chaotic mix of short films, live interviews, art pieces, poetry readings, and dance parties. NPCC brought together respected independent filmmakers, hard-right software developers, leftist DJs, and queer performance artists. It built buzz through a new downtown media scene that revolves around a handful of interlocking podcasts with provocative politics. The hosts of Red Scare, the most popular of those shows, interviewed legendary cult filmmaker John Waters on the first night. The fest's aesthetic was one of deliberate bad taste. Official T-shirts depicted the Statue of Liberty dead from autoerotic asphyxiation with the tagline, "The worst is yet to come." And it just sounds like the lamest shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
I go, the pictures are kind of off-putting, I gotta say that.
I haven't seen any pictures. Oh, no.
I'm just looking at the...
It kind of reminded me of that Tumblr thing, the festival that they tried to throw at the ball pit. I got that.
Oh, my God.
It has those kind of
slightly higher production value, of course.
This is like the New York version of that.
Kim, did your camera quality change or something? Something's weird's going on.
Oh yeah, the internet changed. Download speed, my MBST upload speed swapped with the
oh right, the one that's not in Japan. You're now you're from
the ABC field.
You turned off your VPN. That's all.
So so the next time once you sing with me, it's updated and now the sync's a little bit
weird.
Clear,
wow.
So you should be able to see me better.
Dang.
I know this is very interesting for people who prefer to listen to podcasts, but I mean that's very It's very 2005. These days, podcasts are on video.
I got to pick a bone real quick. I've talked about this on the internet already, so some people already know where I stand. But I think that it's past time. We don't need to call this shit a podcast. Can we just go ahead and let that go? Like, what is a fucking podcast? I mean, I don't have.
I'm so on board with that because, like, the idea of saying like, I have a podcast.
Yeah, I hate it. It sucks.
Me, like, sad inside.
I don't want to say it ever again, personally.
I like it because it's so cringe. I embrace it. It's kind of like the Peter Thiel or Teal, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, but the thing is,
we should be on that because we're so cringe because we have a podcast. But
the thing is, Matt, I frequently get into arguments with people on Twitter and like
that's
having a
podcast.
Well,
it's not as big.
I don't have any kids. What else am I supposed to be doing?
That's true.
So like when you get into an argument with someone on Twitter and you're being a big fucking hater, like I love to do, and you have like, I have a podcast anywhere in like your bio or whatever, that's giving them free arsenal right there.
Let them have
it. That's just free advertising for your podcast.
Go be a piece of shit online.
You gotta go be a piece of shit online, and people will listen to your show.
Can we just tally everyone's worst descriptors in your own bio? Like being in a band, being in a podcast, playing Pokemon.
I would say your personality type is a bad one.
Yeah, the numerology shit, astrology. That's all.
Gender identity. Let's just be real.
The worst things that I have in my bio,
I didn't want to say it on today,
in my bio is
that
I'm Italian and that I'm a woman, and that sucks.
Having a meme
pretty bad things, honestly.
Cringe. Yeah,
super so cringe. Two super cringe things.
Yeah,
I was about to say fuck trans people, but I'm waiting till 12 a.m. I'm waiting till 12 a.m. So I'm not saying it on our holiday.
Your holiday. How do you feel about Kim? Can you please tell us how you feel about Trans Visibility Day?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're too fucking visible already. I think we need to fucking recede a little bit.
Trans Invisibility Day.
Yeah, we should like half and half. The first part of the day is visibility. Second part of the day, no visibility.
We have to pretend like you don't
morning.
exist, so you
like
can
this.
do whatever you want. We have to pretend that we don't see you. I like that.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Trans people all over this great country of ours could rob banks. They could
talk about
get into rafters of places they're not supposed to be.
When you want to talk about going to the wrong bathroom, that'd be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk into someone's house, just hang out there for a while.
Sitting there.
Just do whatever you want.
Leave.
I think correspond with rights too. I think we get rights in the first half of the day, but no rights in the second.
Rights.
As a noted chaser, I have to say that Trans Visibility Day is one of my favorite days because all of the trans baddies are now posting their selfies on Twitter, and I can go, haha, hey, about 40% more than I usually get to on any given day. Nice. So this holiday is actually also a holiday for us. And Kim, I think you're being really disrespectful, taking that away from us in the chaser community.
I also comment haha below a lot of trans people's selfies. So we're basically on the same side.
Very different vibes, but
Still united, solidarity.
On this most holy night, when
holy night, there should be Trans Day of Visibility carols, so that would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
What kind of songs would you sing? Do you think?
Stuff about how she is risen, like.
It's a fucking dick.
yeah. That's a vibe, man. It's a dick. Yeah,
it's a dick.
Happy day, everyone.
I just had some Trans Day of Visibility carolers up at my door just before the podcast started. It was really
and then you got Tran or treaters hitting up on your door.
You have to guess, dude. You have to guess
Yeah,
you're a little girl, right?
Wrong.
And you get canceled immediately.
And if you don't have any like Jolly Ranchers or like a Stradiol to give out, you just turn your front porch light off so they leave your house alone.
They know to just go by.
They throw toilet paper and tampons and shit on your.
I love the idea that you're putting estradiol into little.
Oh my god.
I've always pronounced that wrong. Thank you for telling me how to say it correctly. I've always in my head said Estradiol.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. I mean, it's me. I could be completely making up the pronunciations. I don't know.
It's true.
This needs to be we need to expand this holiday. I think we're onto something.
We should get a whole trans visibility month. Actually, no. This is the wrong thing for me to advocate for. I just got through saying I didn't think a whole day was necessary.
This is off-brand for you.
If you have enough cool shit to do, then you get a month.
All right, let's spread it out. Let's do a visibility minute every day for like a month.
It's like standing for the pledge, but everyone just turns around and stares at any trans woman in the room for a full minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think every 4 years you should have
you know who's clocking you. It's perfect.
Speaking of trans women who should be less visible, Caitlyn Jenner has gotten hired by Fox News, and her first appearance is going to be on Hannity. So the CEO for Fox News Media said Caitlyn's story is an inspiration to us all. She's a trailblazer in the LGBTQ community, and her illustrious career spans a variety of fields that would be a tremendous asset for our audience. And I know that your first inclination might be to be like, not that inspiring, whatever. I have to say that I agree with that because I think drunk driving and killing a guy and then getting to do whatever you want afterwards is really inspirational. I think that
is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. We should all be so lucky.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner is a huge, huge icon in one of my personal communities that's really close to my heart, the drunk drivers community. And I think
Matthew Broderick is a huge supporter of Caitlyn Jenner. I've heard.
Love Matthew.
Yeah. We should get him on.
Did you go to the drunk driving convention in Dallas this year?
Yeah, it was so fun.
Shame about what happened in the parking lot.
It was a huge bummer.
And all over the highway leading up to the place. I know the 5 or 6 of us who got there, though. I mean, fucking hell.
It was an unprecedented and unexpected, most of all, tragedy. We could not have foreseen it. It was a huge bummer.
Yeah, it was weird to plan it right next to an elementary school like that, but I don't know. That was
yeah. Sandy Hook. I couldn't think of a way to get there, but.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Thought I'd just say what I was going for.
Yeah. Just throw it in there.
I wasn't sure what the connective tissue was.
It'll all work out. We'll fix it in post. It'll be so fucking funny when we edit that joke. Trust me.
Yeah,
it's always been my goal to have a joke that needs to be edited. That's always always what I'm going for.
Nailed it.
Just Caitlyn Jenner on Hannity is going to be incredible because that is going to be probably 2 of the most annoying voices on television at once.
Yeah,
so that's really cool.
Yeah, that's good. You don't get that all the time,
Yeah. That's all I really got to say about that. I don't care that much about either of them.
I'll definitely be watching that, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's I love to watch that kind of shit to piss myself off. That's perfect.
What is Caitlyn Jenner famous for again?
Tennis?
One of the Kardashians, I think.
Well, she's not one of the Kardashians specifically. She married Kris Jenner, who gave birth to a litter of Kardashians, but the Jenner name did stay separate, and that's where Kylie and Kendall came from. And also, I guess Caitlyn did some sports shit back in the day when,
Caitlyn's some sort of sports hero, which I'm very hypocritical of her. She's against trans athletes.
True.
And there she is, doing all kinds of sports.
But it was like sports back in the 70s with Wheaties boxes and shit, so it's not real sports.
It's Wheaties sports.
Yeah, Wheaties sports, Also, wasn't it track and field or something, which is the least real sport?
Yeah, it was it was running or something.
It's it goes track and field and then gaming in the sport list. And gaming falls right underneath that one.
Yeah,
I think she played StarCraft.
Just running fast isn't a sport to me.
Running is part of sports. It's part of different sports. It's like making a whole game called dribble.
Anyone who's done heroin for an extended period of time has had to run really fast for much higher stakes, and they're not giving out medals for that.
No, they should, though. Let's be honest.
They should. I personally think it's much more impressive to outrun the world's fattest loss prevention officer you've ever seen at a Sears, and have to jump over one of those weird brick half walls to get through the alley to your apartment.
It's way more entertaining too.
Go around a track a couple of times.
I'd like to see Caitlyn Jenner jump over a brick.
There should be.
God damn
it! Oh, fucking hell!
Just you knew what I was going to say before I said it.
Mm-hmm.
They should do heroin Olympics though. That sounds kind of cool.
Oh, fuck yeah!
No.
Yeah,
no?
Nope.
Not good.
I'm the one who's allowed to have a take on this, and I say yes.
Okay.
I say yes. I want to see how many half-inch 1cc short tips you can fill in 30 seconds. I want to see
30 seconds.
Yeah, I want to see how I want to see how quickly you can administer Narcan to a person who you don't really care whether they live or die, but they shouldn't die in your apartment.
Okay.
I want to see how fast again you can run from the fattest loss prevention officer at your local Sears. I want there to be a stealth competition. Who can get in and out of their grandmother's medicine cabinet enough times before alerting the judge. Oh man, yeah, no, I say yes to heroin Olympics. I want
Is this you giving us our H pass, Justine? Do we all?
I think it might be called the J pass because I think the associated slur would be junkie, and I do get really pissed off when anyone like uses that word who like hasn't. But I think it's okay for all of you to use it because it's also funny.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
so
funny.
We all got J passes. We'll use it responsibly.
All right, I got a couple passes just in my back pocket. This is a new one.
It's funny to me in the same way where I think it's funny when street guys say stuff like serving cunt. Like, that's one of my favorite. It's like a dog walking on its hind legs, and it's so cute. It's amazing.
Yeah. I do serve cunt, though, to be honest. Yeah, I do serve cunt,
you do,
though.
You do serve cunt.
In all honesty, like, I'm just being real. I'm being trill with you right now, and I do serve cunt.
Yeah. Matt's keeping it 100. He's serving cunt. He's giving...
It is what it is.
He's sleigh bootsing the house down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, queen.
I'm glad we established that.
Yes, queen. I love the idea of yes, queen as like a peace be with you and also with you. Like
yes, queen. Yes.
Whenever two really annoying white people get together, that's how they have to end the conversation. Yes, queen.
The true name of God is not Yahweh; it's Yas, queen.
That's true. That's just objective.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
It's something I really want to touch on this because I thought this was going to come up earlier, but what is trailer park hot type 1 and type 2?
Okay.
I feel like we were supposed to touch on this already. What is this?
I added this partially with the mind that I wanted to pander to Matt because I think he'll know exactly where I'm coming from. I need you to know I'm prepared. I have a chart.
Oh my God, it's an actual chart.
Okay. So, trailer park hot. We're all kind of familiar with what trailer park hot is. I think as like even if you've never heard the term, we're talking kind of thin eyebrows, where we're talking kind of deep roots in the blonde hair, maybe like some black underneath.
Hot.
Yeah. But so trailer park hot, to get specific, you have to break it down into 2 subsets. Trailer park hot type 1, trailer park hot type 2. And I've brought examples.
Like diabetes, right? I mean, you have the type 1.
Yes.
Is there a trailer park
like
hot
diabetes
1.5? Is there one of those like in between?
It's giving very diabetes.
Horse girl would be the in between, I think.
Oh, perfect.
Horse girl has diabetes vibes.
So we've got type 1 is going to be your Pam Anderson, your Megan Fox, your Anna Nicole Smith. Okay. This is a girl who, even if she's not smoking, she spiritually kind of has a cigarette in her hand. The makeup is going to be really heavy. There's like a rural, trashy glamour to it. And then trailer park hot type 2, that's going to be like your.
It's a girl next door, but the trailer.
Kind of. Yeah. This is going to be your late 90s Sandra Bullock, your like Anna Paquin, your Katy Perry's even. And these are going to be, these are going to be a girl who she's feminine, but she's going to like, she has the energy of like, she does a sport or some kind of masculine hobby, like working on a car or something.
Okay.
And she'll also like, if she's not the oldest sister, she kind of has the energy of an oldest sister. She wants to take care of you. She was the one who got your grandma's recipe for griddle cakes. And so there's a foolproof way, because I think it's easy to spot someone and say she's trailer park hot, but you may not be able to immediately differentiate between the types. So there's a question that's put out there as a good litmus test for what type is she. Would their daddy ask them to bring in something heavy off the porch? If the answer is yes, amazing. That's type 2. That's your Sandra Bullock. That's your Anna Paquin. If the answer is no, her daddy would not ask her to bring in something heavy off the porch. That is your type 1, your Pam Anderson, your Megan Fox.
That is a perfect litmus test. Being familiar with white trash hotness, that's absolutely true. I
think we should go around and determine which type each of us are, type 1 or type 2.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Can I go first?
Yeah, you've Matt first.
I think I'm a little bit of a type 1. If I'm being totally honest with myself.
Because you give so much cunt.
Because your
daddy wouldn't ask you to bring something in.
I give too much cunt. more or less, basically, is what I'm saying.
Honestly, sometimes I look at you and I say, "Stop giving so much cunt." It's too much.
And people say this to me. I go to church, they say this to me.
I hear this.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it is important to realize that it is giving what it's supposed to give.
Yeah, and it is keeping it 100 emoji.
It is what it is.
Yes, it is keeping it 100 emoji. It's giving what it's supposed to give, and it does actually hit different, which I think we haven't really.
We haven't said, and that is absolutely true.
Different though, spelled THO without the rest of the word.
It do hit different though. It gives what it's supposed to give, keeps it 100 emoji, and is serving cunt.
It's juicy and clean as well.
It is juicy and clean.
Let's do Phil next. Is Phil a type 1 or a type 2?
I'm going Phil as type 2.
I'm gonna say type 2. Nice.
I knew y'all would say that.
Next door type.
I think your daddy would ask you to bring in something heavy out the porch.
Of course, naturally.
You know? And I don't see you spiritually with a cigarette. Is the other thing. I don't see it.
Actually, I can't really imagine Phil smoking. Phil, have you ever smoked?
I used to smoke for like 10 years and I quit. Cold turkey. Never smoked again. Also, I'm very, very weak. I just need y'all to know that. My dad didn't ask me to take things off the porch because I'm frail, you know.
Okay.
My
so
body
then
is not strong.
Phil might be a type 1.
We have to rearrange this. Does Phil give cunt?
I knew y'all would say type 2, but I knew I would say type 1. And I don't know.
I was going to say type 1.
It means actually, after all this bit y'all been doing, I don't know what that. I don't know.
A type 1 and a type 1 no.
The more I look at Phil, the more I realize he is serving cunt.
Yeah.
He's serving fresh off of the line.
It doesn't seem
juicy, nasty.
Juicy cunt.
Yeah. Or we cannot ignore the possibility, is Phil that rare in between, is he horse girl pretty?
Ooh, he could be horse girl pretty. I think he's a type 1.
Horse girls who smoked. Well, no, I know horse girls who used to smoke.
Yeah,
this is why I don't listen to podcasts anymore because it triggers my smoking addiction.
Sorry.
You know, like
let's think about this: horses, cigarettes. Horses, cigarettes, podcast. I think what's going on here is that Phil's love of podcasts is like a horse girl's love of horses. So podcasts are Phil's horses.
Wow.
Phil, have you ever ridden a horse before? Are you a horse guy?
Never. Only in the metaverse.
The thing is, I think a horse doesn't need to be physically a horse. As Kim pointed out,
we all have our horses.
A horse, of course.
And everybody knows it's a horse, of course.
For some people, horses are trains.
Yes.
Or Zelda.
I'm going to nominate an elusive type 3. Is that a possibility? Trailer Park Part 3?
Hit us with it.
Yeah.
He's like the skinny, neglected one in the trailer park that like gets really into some thing that gets him out of the trailer park. That would probably be my type.
Okay.
Kind of the run to the litter who doesn't get fed enough, but he's the smartest one of the bunch.
Okay. I think I know this guy. I think I've met this guy because I've lived in several trailer parks. I think I'm putting it together in my head, and I think you're right.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Now,
I'm just guessing here. Kim, yes.
Type 1 or type 2?
Type 1. Well, I'll let you guys go ahead and decide that one because I couldn't tell you.
I've got to say type 1.
I'll give you some information. 1. I smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I love to smoke. Love it. Recommend it for everyone.
To children and old people.
It's good for you.
Elderly, doctors.
I'm sorry, I was staring off to the side. I was consulting the chart as you were speaking.
We need pie chart or the the himbo chart for the trailer park hotness. I think.
I think what we need is almost a 4-part matrix.
We need a BuzzFeed questionnaire. That's what we need.
We can make
That's
this
what
happen.
we need.
We can make this happen.
A BuzzFeed questionnaire.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say. I would say, guys, Matt's serving cunt. I'm serving cunt. Justine is serving cunt, and Phil is type. Phil has type 3.
I thought you were just going to say type 1 diabetes.
I almost said that. It's really hard to keep referring to different types and without saying diabetes afterwards. Or hepatitis.
And Phil has diabetes.
Look, I have my trailer park pump right here. It supplies me with a regular supply of trailer park chemicals, and I'm good. It keeps my pH balanced. It's zestfully clean. Everything.
Park chemicals.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's just basically Zinfandel that we stole from the restaurant that we work at. It comes in big buckets. I mean,
it's like E&J mixed with like Baja Blast.
Yes.
Mad Dog 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Malt liquor is how you get type 1 for sure. It's definitely going to get you there.
And I feel comfortable just throwing an easy type 1 label on myself.
Definitely.
You are the most qualified to decide the statuses, so I 100%.
It's the cigarettes, it's the heavy makeup. My daddy would not ask me to bring something in off the porch.
But you could, though.
I could, but my daddy wouldn't ask.
Yeah. No, your daddy would never ask you, no.
The real question is, would your daddy stop you if he saw you bringing something in from the porch? Would he be like, baby, no, let me get that?
That is a good
another level.
He wouldn't say it like that, but he would kind of get mad at me and tell me to put it down. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Got you.
Nice. Wow. Thanks for taking us into that whole. I mean, I feel like we will have to go create a BuzzFeed quiz. I know a place we can do this. We're gonna have to. We can make this happen.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about you guys tonight. So thank you.
I think it's important that we're always finding new ways to categorize women's attractiveness levels. There's not enough of those.
Yeah. Yes.
We need to always be sorting, ranking, and dividing our women.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important that we do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to know women's elemental types next. If we could get on that, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, like Pokemon?
Or win and all that?
Exactly like Pokemon, and then we can battle them.
Oh, like you can capture a woman in a little red ball. And
This
then
is exactly what I'm saying, Kim. This is exactly what I'm saying.
I love this idea.
And you make them fight to the death.
Kim, what would your type be?
My type of Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
Do we need a graph?
Remind me what the different types are. There's
I'll pull them up for you.
Air, earth, fire.
Air isn't one. Water. Air would be flying. I'm so sorry.
Bug, dark, fairy, grass, rock, steel, water, psychic. There's so many weird ones.
I feel like electricity. I got electric vibes from you, Kim.
I'm saying electric.
I feel correct.
I don't know. Yeah, I could see electricity would work.
I kind of also
poison.
Yeah, a little bit.
I do.
Poison dark type, Kim.
Poison dark type.
Yeah, I don't know.
She is a nasty woman, so.
I kind of also I like
flying.
I like flying for Kim, and I can't really put words to why, but it's just like a vibe, like a spiritual, like
just flying poison kind of thing.
Sort of feels right for Kim.
Pterodactyl kind of vibes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl kind of vibes.
Screaming vibes.
Yeah, maybe poison flying. Yeah,
poison flying is an option as well.
She's drinking NyQuil.
Yeah.
Are you guys not? I thought we were going to be drinking.
It's a NyQuil night on the Succ.
Mm-hmm. This is simply fermented NyQuil.
Oh
wow!
I want to do a sleeping pill episode once where we all take Ambien and then just.
I have Ambien. Open up our Twitters.
You open up the Twitter and just live stream directly to our accounts. And
if you guys are serious, I'll do this anytime. That sounds so fun.
I'll happily take drugs and do a podcast.
Yeah, I do that like once a week anyway for free.
I was gonna say,
isn't this unofficially the edible episode? I mean,
Once Kim told me that she made a mistake with her edibles, I did open this up, and I also took 2 edibles.
Thanks.
It makes you both grass.
You're just waiting
Pokemon,
for it,
apparently.
Thanks.
Matt, what would your Pokemon type be, do you think?
I think I would be. I think fighting of some kind. I've always been partial to those Pokemon. Maybe an electric fighting. That's what I think.
Electric fighting.
Or maybe earth fighting. That'd be kind of cool. I like that.
What about? I was kind of looking. What about dragon fighting?
Ooh, dragon. I mean, I do like a good dragon.
That's really
Yeah.
You should do
I do
it.
like a
Dragon
good
fighting.
Yeah.
Dragon fighting felt really.
There aren't sword types, right? That's not.
No, there is a sword Pokemon though.
Okay. Then
Is there like
one.
a medieval armor enthusiast type that you could do, or
A particular
something?
type of Pokemon that likes very specific things?
So if you look up the Pokemon, and Kim is gonna love this name,
Ooh.
Honedge, and it's spelled HON.
Yeah.
A little something
Nice.
for everybody in
You
that
can't say the name
Pokemon.
of that unless you have the pass. Listeners at home, don't you goddamn
Don't you
You gotta have the
fucking
hun
dare.
pass. You gotta be a little bit edgy, edgelord.
Yeah.
You gotta be real.
Hun,
So-
it's literally a sword.
Yeah, and it is a
Wow.
steel and ghost type.
Okay.
This sounds like Matt. to
I'm
me.
liking this guy here.
Yeah. So are we
Okay,
thinking
yeah.
steel
This
ghost?
is up my alley.
Then?
think
I wouldn't have
still
said ghost, but yeah, this lines up.
Okay.
I'm hung up on the fighting guys. I always like the fighting Pokemon. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
Got to start wearing the gym shorts and the boxing gloves more if you're going to be a
Yeah.
fighting type
Okay,
Pokemon.
I will. I'll do it.
Okay.
Anything.
Matt Chan. Yeah.
Next episode, I expect you
Mesh.
to have boxing gloves on.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Phil, what are we thinking for Phil?
I'm thinking probably there's too many to decide, but maybe like
I love the
Grass
idea of
something?
normal as a type.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I'm definitely normal as hell.
Normal, yeah. I'm just normal
What-
and normal type. That's it.
What if we combine
Double
two
normal.
different? What if we combine two different properties into like one thing? Like
What
take
if,
like Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu and like kind of put them together into one character.
Sonic,
That would
yeah.
be-
Pika,
Kinda like
San.
If
Kinda
I
like
could
a
add type, I would
Sonic.
probably
Yeah.
have something like corn dog type or maybe like ranch type.
Sonic
Pokemon.
Chew.
I think I'll be the ranch type is my type
okay,
of Pokemon.
yeah, ranch type
The
Pokemon.
good ranch too, not the fucking
Yeah.
bullshit from Green
Wingstop
Valley.
style ranch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phil, if Phil's going to be a ranch type, he is going to be that slightly runny ranch that you get in like a plastic
Ranch.
lidded container from like a kind of shitty but
Exactly.
like hits different type of Italian restaurant.
Poison ranch type.
Love that.
The
Love that
fucking dash.
for Phil.
Yeah.
Steel ranch type. I don't care. I'll take any combination if ranch is a type, then there we go.
What,
Ranch type Pokemon.
what would my
Just
Pokemon
seems-
type be?
This is on you.
Oh God,
I'm afraid to say anything.
Why?
Speak your mind, Matthew.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to think here. I think fairy.
Okay, that is like
Fair.
the bimbo type.
It's the bimbo. See,
Pokemon.
yeah,
Bimbo
bimbo
type
type Pokemon. Is bimbo a type? Can we do that? Can we go with that?
Yeah, yeah. What about like dark bimbo?
Nice. I was gonna
Okay, I
nominate
like
dark.
that.
I think Dark Bimbo is a thing. Yeah.
Steel
Yes.
bimbo.
Ooh, steel. Oh yeah, because I
you-
also do love swords.
Yeah, you do love
steel
swords, yeah.
bimbo. Yeah.
Steel bimbo.
I like it.
Yeah, if I ever change my at on Twitter again, it'll be at steel bimbo.
Wow.
I'm gonna go hoard that account so no one else can have it.
Do
that'll
it,
be
do
like
it.
that'll be my private where I post a bunch of like heavily filtered photos of my butt and be like,
Uh-huh.
wow, this girl in line in front of me at the bank is being such a bitch. Send tweet.
We all have those Twitter
Yeah.
accounts, those private accounts where
Yeah.
you post pictures of your ass. And then
Yeah.
pretend like they're the
Yeah.
ass of someone
Kicked
in
out
line at the
Justine
bank.
account.
Yeah. That'll be it. At Steel Bimbo. Go like and follow. By the time this episode comes out, there will be at least 2 butt pics up on that account. But it will be private, so I have to approve your follow. So, like, have a good account. Otherwise, I'll look at it and be like, no, this person doesn't deserve to see my butt.
It's only fair.
You
It's
think
only
it-
fair.
Yeah.
Vetted.
And
Only
that will also be the account when I do purchase my sword. That will be the account where I post like weird nudes with me holding the sword. So
When you purchase your sword, is this
it's imminent. Yeah, it's imminent.
Is erotic
That's very
sword
exciting.
pictures a thing? Is that something that
If it's not, I'm gonna make it a thing.
Have you ever read a fantasy novel? Don't they often have?
They'd love that.
Matt.
This is a terrible time for Matt to be frozen.
Matt, we're talking about the horniest thing involving swords possible. Where are you?
This is Matt's moment.
Okay, sorry. I heard you. Okay, so it's something about horny swords.
He blanked out. He just totally.
I said that when I start the at Steel Bimbo account, that will be the place where when I get my sword, I'll post like weird nudes with me holding the sword.
Yes, exactly.
And then the other two hosts of our lovely show, I'm drunk, wanted to know if erotic sword photos were a regular genre.
Oh, absolutely. You know that's true.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. The horny fantasy genre is like
very horny.
Very horny and very old. It's an ancient art form.
Yeah.
Being horny and into things that are old and medieval, and fantasy armor is huge.
Yeah,
I'm going to buy like a weird black leather like waist corset that's like an underbust corset. Mm-hmm. And like a weird like coyote pelt or something. And then that'll be the whole outfit holding the sword and just like full frontal but tasteful, you know?
Yeah, you need like little pieces of metal though that like don't protect any vital organs. It's just kind of haphazard.
Absolutely. Like a chainmail bra.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which would exactly.
You got the idea. You're good.
It does suck that so much of the actual like armor wouldn't like be conducive to hot nudes. Like I'm trying to think of like a chainmail like coif, like would just ruin the effect.
No, you could do that.
Yeah.
As long as the TNA is visible, it literally doesn't matter. No one cares about anything else.
That's true.
You're good to go.
I do kind of have this, and I'm just going to kind of overshare a little bit. I have this like interest in like, I want to sort of find a way to day dress like kind of a medieval wench. Like Matt has helped me look for dresses before that are like a little trad wifey.
It's doable.
It's easy. I'm dressed like Peter fucking Pan right now. Look.
Well, the problem is like
just the outfit I wore. I mean, I got green fucking pants.
That's so hot of you.
Look, I'm fucking Peter Pan. Hey, all right.
Well, the problem is like I work from home. My main social contact is like you guys and my boyfriend, and I just like play my games and read my books. So 99% of the time, I have a bunch of wonderful outfits. I am just wearing men's Hanes t-shirts and sweatpants. But for some reason in my brain, I'm like, I would really love a weird, like 15th century style cinched waist gown.
It's great to get dressed up in medieval clothing in the middle of the day and just do a
podcast
your work.
as one does.
I think you need to go to a Renaissance fair and see what they have there because you can get some stuff there. Me and Chris have made
plans to go to the Renaissance Fair in Madison, Wisconsin.
You should do it. Mm-hmm. They're fun. I like them. I know I like that stuff, but they are kind of fun to get to just go to.
Well, we found out the one in Madison, Wisconsin specifically has a huge bar crawl attached to it.
Well, there you go.
So
you can get really drunk and then make financial decisions for medieval
for swords.
For swords as well.
That's where you buy your sword.
It is really funny that like he asked me to do his help him do his taxes like really soon after I was considering buying a $200 sword on credit. He was just like, yeah, this is the girl I want to be helping me with my finances.
Amazing. Actually, I do think that the best place to get swords is at one of those weird places in the mall where there's no one ever goes in. There's a white guy with a Fu Manchu.
Oriental gifts for some reason. Like, why is that?
A big halo sword on the wall as well.
Yeah. It's got weed pipes, but they're really bad weed pipes. It's like the little one-hitter boxes and shit.
Yeah, that kind of shit. And if you ask them nicely, like if you like knock a certain way, you can go to the back and forge a tech deck in there.
Or get flavored vape juices. That's where you get them these days. You got to go back there.
And also, the same store for some reason has one glass display case that has a bunch of like weird like pocket knives that have like iron crosses and shit on them.
Yeah. SS knives and shit.
Yeah, and they sell incense for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Tapestries.
Sublime is playing. It doesn't matter when you go in. Sublime is on in that store.
Now, are we talking Sublime or Sublime with Rome? I'm pretty picky. I only like Sublime with Rome, as everyone knows. The way is superior.
Totally support your decision. And I guess on that note, this has been The Succ with Rome, episode 34. Thank you all for tuning in for another episode of The Succ. Make sure you go look for our group, The Succ Shame Posting, where we share terrible things that make us angry, and subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/thesucc. Until next time, everyone. It's been another episode of The Succ.
Also, follow at Punished Garage on Twitter.
Follow at Punished Garage on Twitter.
Follow.
And Steel Bimbo, eventually.
Like and subscribe.
And Steel Bimbo.
Which is available, by the way.
And also hit that friggin' notification bell.